It's the comeback video. So where have I come back from? I'll explain in a minute, but first of all I need to get a beer. Now I'm not going to mess about today doing a taste test and risking it being rubbish. I'm having tried and tested King Goblin from Witchwood Brewery, one of the best easily available dark ales at the moment. You can get this at quite a few supermarkets, and it is a cracking pint. There we go. Gone a bit too quick on the pour there, but I think we can rescue it. Lovely. So, nice dark ale, creamy head. Definitely a recommendation. Now, I'm filming this Sunday afternoon. I don't know when you'll get to see it because I've got a new phone to film on and I've got new editing software. And at first glance, the editing software isn't quite so straightforward as what I'm used to. So, if I can get this up as soon as I can, hopefully the editing won't be too clumsy. So, where have I been? Well, a lot of you know already what's been going on, but I'll just put you in a picture. About 16 years ago, my mother moved in with me and Mrs. Nicest Knives because her house had become too much for her to manage on her own. She was in the late 60s at that point. And she's been in and out of hospital over the years, getting old, getting frail. She was in hospital in December last year, and the discussion took place with the consultant that we'd reached a point where what was wrong with her couldn't be fixed. They offered her a few choices of surgical procedures that may possibly have given her some benefit, but very little, if any, if they could find a surgeon willing to undertake the operations. And given her age and her frailty, and the risks were just massive compared to the slim chance of any benefits whatsoever. So Miriam decided she just wanted to come back home, be with me and Mrs. Nicest Knives and the cats, and see out a time that way. At that point she was only expected to live a couple of weeks, but she actually hung on until the third week, I think it was, in March, when she passed away peacefully here in her sleep with me by her side. So over the past few months I've had less and less time available for YouTube, certainly not for making videos. I haven't watched so many, and I've commented on a few, but as well as not having the time, as it got more and more intense looking after my mum, I've not really been in the mood either. So I'm dabbling back in the YouTube waters, see how we get on. Whether I go back to doing a regular video every week, I don't know yet. I may do eventually, but I'll probably take it slow. So that's what's been going on. I was going to do my comeback video on Easter weekend, which I thought was quite appropriate, but then I thought, well, there's lots of delicate souls out there who might take that as offensive. I should have done it anyway, really, shouldn't I? Anyway, a couple of things to show you. First of all, recent purchase is the 2017 limited edition Alox Pioneer. Now I'm not going to do a review of that because YouTube will be crammed with Pioneer reviews, but what I'm going to do is a request slot, a side-by-side comparison between that and the Alox Solo. That was a request from my good friend Klaus, so here we go. Okay, so here we have the 2017 Pioneer and the Alox Solo. So, comparison. Well, they're both the same size, they're both 93mm frames. They have a strong family resemblance, as you might imagine. The same knurling pattern on the scales, the same exterior rivets, shield. This is a nice dark forest green, whereas this obviously is more of a dusty sage green. Now I don't know what colours the Solo was available in, or is available in, if it's still out there in production, but I think both of these are very nice, attractive shades. So key difference, on the Pioneer we've got a keyring attachment, whereas on the Solo we haven't. As the name suggests, the Solo just has a single blade. The Pioneer has the same blade as well as a selection of tools. And the main difference really is going to be, do you just want a pocket knife with a blade, or do you need the tools? And if you don't need the tools, you can probably save yourself quite a bit of weight. Just get the scales out. Should have done this before, never mind. So the Pioneer is 70.6 grams, whereas the Solo is only 45. And in English, that's 1.6 ounces for the Solo compared to 2.5 ounces for the Pioneer. And the tools you get on the Pioneer, just a quick run through, you get the very sharp awl and reamer, and you get the opening layer. Can opener, small screwdriver, bottle opener, large screwdriver, wire stripper, bender. Obviously 2 layers for the Pioneer, whereas the Solo only needs the 1 layer, because it's just got a single blade. So either of those knives, I would say, is a very good choice as a pocket knife. If you don't need the extra bits and bobs, then the Solo is a very classy, straightforward knife. And being Swiss Army knives, although most people would be more familiar with the red plastic typical ones, they shouldn't be too scary for most people. There you go. Side-by-side comparison. Not much in it. A few tools on that one, and a key ring, and about, I've forgotten how much I said now, ounce and a bit difference in weight, I think it was. But obviously the Solo quite a bit slimmer. So there we go. The 2017 ALOX Pioneer and the ALOX Solo. Now the next bit is a knife review, as I usually do. This was quite an interesting knife, a bit odd, but let's see if you like it. Okay, so this is how the knife comes. In the usual Rough Rider denim box with the Rough Rider tail there. Open the box and we've got the brown paper wrap. Of course the model is the RR1368. And here we have a bone-handled trapper. Now, at first glance it looks like a fairly standard trapper. We've got this blood red jigged bone, nickel silver bolsters with a gold tone to them, 3 brass pins, no badge, nice fit and finish along the back, brass liners and a brass centre spacer. First blade is a standard clip point, and that is about 76mm. Now on the Heine Haynes website where I got this, it said it's UK friendly, but if we're being really harsh, that is a shade over 3 inches from the tip to the handle. I first saw this on the Heine Haynes website quite a while ago, and at that time it was £29, and I thought it looked interesting, but I wasn't going to pay £29 for a Rough Rider. But then after a while I saw it again and it was £19. So I thought, I'll have a go at that £19, because the thing that caught my interest was the spay blade, which is ceramic. So as you can see, it's a sort of charcoal grey colour. I'll bring it up to the camera. You can see the grind lines there and the edge bevel. And that blade is slightly larger. That's 80mm, which is about 3 1/8. So I think you'd be pushing your luck to consider this UK friendly under our knife laws. What's the edge like? We get some catalogue paper. Ceramic blade first. Right, there we go. That's quite sharp. I wouldn't say it's razor sharp, but it's more than sharp enough for most people, for most jobs. And the clip point, which is usually stamped 440 razor steel, but I can't see it on this one. We've got the model number there and the Rough Rider horseshoe logo there. So I'm assuming it is 440 steel. And that is far from razor sharp. It's just about alright for ordinary people, but it's nowhere near knife nut sharp at all. So we'll have to get that one on the stone. I close the knife up. Both blades are slip joint, no half stops. Just check the focus again. It's a 4-inch body. And what does it weigh? In grams, that's 90.8. So in English, 3.2 ounces. So it's not particularly heavy for a traditional built knife. The blade centering is good in both cases. The fit and finish of the scales to the bolster, good on both sides. Nice and close on the back. You could comment on a little bit of a gap there, but really it's hardly anything at all. Certainly nothing to complain about in a budget price knife. So we'll just do a size comparison with the usual. Most people are familiar with the Victorinox Spartan. So as you can see, handle's a bit longer and the body's a bit longer, but not much bigger. It could just be enough of a difference to get you in trouble. So, do I recommend this knife? For the price, it's interesting, it's well made. If you're prepared to sharpen it, I think that could be a very good buy if you like a traditional pattern knife and you're looking for something a bit interesting. So we'll have a few close-ups as we usually do, and you can make your own mind up. So there we have quite an interesting Rough Rider. If you've stuck the video this long, thank you for watching. I've got a little last bit as a thank you for people who've stuck with the video to the end, and those people who've not given up on my YouTube channel, my videos. I've got here a Bokeh Plus box, and when you open it, there is a recess shaped very much like a Nano 42, and in fact that will contain a green Nano 42 which I will be giving away. I'll probably just do the draw on the next video I make, which may be a week from now, I don't know yet. So how do you, excuse me, enter? Just leave a comment to let me know you're interested in a free knife, and that's it. The draw will be random. I shall do it in my usual manner, and in the meantime I shall go off and enjoy the rest of my pint. Thanks for watching.